A loves, it is co.meadows, the Hoodoo Queen, also known as the Dark Mother, CEO of Conjure South, and owner of co.meadows Conjure. I have not gone live on this page in quite some time, and I will be doing more lives on this page again with the free weekly Zodiac readings coming up, not tonight though, but I am here so we can discuss a little bit about initiation as I just posted on Instagram. So I'm gonna wait till some people start coming on in. Hello, Miss Sonia Boone. Your cards are on the way, darling. Hey, Vashti Star. How are you, Miss Danielle? Hello, Miss Felicia. Trina, how you doing, love? I gotta reach back out to you. I have not forgotten you at all. La Soul, how are you doing, my love? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, I'm not going to be on here very long. Hello, Miss Simmons. But I wanted to reach out to some people, and the ones that are here is who this message is for. The ones that are here more than likely have, please post this when you're finished. I can't watch that. No problem. I sure will. The people that are here are probably the people that have been questioning or thinking about or have even considered or peddling the idea of being initiated. Whether it's Vodou, Voodoo, Voodoo, Ifa, Candomblé, Santeria, Sanse, Palomayambe, a variety, Candomblé, a variety of different systems. And so I know, hello, Miss Rose V. I haven't forgot about you either. But the thing about it is it's important to have this discussion for a variety of reasons. And I had sort of a brief discussion with this with a friend today. And then I get online here and I see someone that's going through some stuff, and I know what's coming up here in the future with different shows. So anyways, we're going to get into the topic of initiation. So the first thing, the trend. I don't have any notes, so I'm going literally freestyle, freeform, whatever. The trend of initiation. Every time there's a new show, American Horror Story Coven, and we got the new one coming out. The Craft, Charmed, Supernatural, all of these different shows, all of these different situations that focuses on magic. But then you see this this space of American Horror Story Coven. You see, the white witches, and you see the Vodus. Well, now everybody, their mama, their daddy, their sister, their brother, their auntie, their nephew, the next, the nephews, the nieces, the raccoons, the possums, the second great grand roaches, all of them situations. Now everybody is Vodou. Oh, I'm Vodou, I'm Vodou, I'm Vodou. Oh, Ozuli freed me. Ozuli freed me. Oh, Danto this, Papa Legba is that, and all of this stuff. And then, you turn around and the skeleton key come out. Oh, no, baby, everybody hoodoo now. Oh, the conjure doctor this, and the conjure doctor that, and the two-headed doctor this, and all of this stuff. And people just get into these trends. First of all, if you're not really of these cultures and you're claiming this stuff, it's insulting. It is not kind. It is not cute. It is not flattering. Especially with these systems, these religions that are ancestral based, okay? And but it's America. People do what they want to do. It's America. People have made a living off of just initiating people because it's their interest. Initiation. Initiation, the term initiation, the oh yeah, and they'll put a new name on and spin it around and all of that stuff. And this goes a variety of, I saw a video today of some African brothers out on the field slapping their thighs and hitting their arms like they're the Samoan people. And I'm like, brothers, what are you doing? Why? When there is a culture of your own that may do something, you may be hopping up and down to see who can jump the highest or whatever the situation may be. But that is actually, your thing and whatever. And if you're intrigued by a culture, that's one thing. If you are interested in getting the knowledge, that's another thing. If you just want to immerse yourself with as much knowledge as possible to better benefit your wisdom of what you may get, of what you may come across in the future situations, that's one thing. But it's another situation to play these parts. But initiation in the sense of this, another part of initiation. People have the miscommunication, I have the misinterpretation and a lot of has this idea that initiation gives you power. A lot of people think, oh, if I become initiated, then I'm going to have this power. I'm going to be Marie Laveau. I'm going to be the supreme. I can do what Marie Laveau did. First of all, know your history. Know your facts. If it's about the facts, know your facts. The mother was a Vodou serviteur, okay? She was a devotee. She was a Vodouism. She worshipped in Vodou. The daughter, who is also Marie Laveau, who is known most, actually did hoodoo. Check your Carfax, what the fox said. Okay? But people get caught up in the movie and the Hollywoodness of it all and go, oh, no. I want Vodou. Or if, you see everyone, oh, it's Beyonce. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Beyonce. She Oshun. Oh, and Solange is, Yamiya. So now everybody is Oshun, pumpkins, orange, and honey, and dripping sauce and stuff. What are you doing? What are you doing? To any situation, and I mentioned this because how many people get this in your minds, because I haven't even hit the real stuff yet. You never hear people going to church every Sunday, going to Bible study every Wednesday, and going, oh, I'm an anointed preacher. I'm a pastor. I'm just saying, like, why aren't we hearing that? And I'll be honest, and I could be wrong. I can be very wrong. But then I hear, but then you have some, for example, people of color who do Look, I know that I'm worship the Beyonce in the church, girl. Yes, indeed. And but then again, how many people go to that service coming out talking about I'm Beyonce? No, you're not. You're not a Beyonce or Beyonceist or a Beist, however you want to. You're not a Beyonceist, if you will. But even if the point is this, the religion gives you, well, initiation in voodoo, candomblé, santeria, sanse, palamayambe, candomblé, the 27 divisions, and all of these situations. None of that stuff gives you power. Let me make that clear. It doesn't give you power. It gives you, initiation doesn't give you power. It gives you religion. Even when you're baptized as a Christian, it doesn't make, even when you're baptized, it doesn't give you all the wisdom that Jesus had. No. It gives you religion. It gives you tradition. It gives you boundaries. It gives you discipline. It gives you structure. It gives you culture of those people who were Christians. Okay? So when you get into these ATRs, when you get into these ADRs, it's the exact same thing. Okay? It is the exact same thing. It doesn't give you an anointing and power. It gives you structure. It gives you culture. It gives you tradition. And yes, because these are ATRs and ADRs and not even just ATRs and ADRs, but even other esoteric or native indigenous systems, some of them will give you some esoteric wisdom, some ancient wisdom that you may not have known, but it's not giving you power. Let me explain something to you. You are already born with power. The religion gives you a responsibility of how to use that power sometimes. Let me say that again. You are already born with your gifts, with your power. The religion gives you a responsibility of utilizing that power in a particular way. Now, moreover that, initiation and these ATRs and ADRs, see, people in these large mass Facebook groups, your big followers, your 100,000 viewers and followers and all that stuff, what they don't tell you, because they don't know, first of all, is most of these groups and things are making initiation and religion very one-dimensional. For example, E5. That means you got to be a Baba or EI. That's it. That's where you go to. You go and you become that priest, and then you can anoint and not anoint, but initiate other people. Vodou. Oh, I'm Asogwe. Oh, I'm Mambo. I'm an Ogun. So that I can initiate other people. Very one-dimensional. Very one-dimensional. When you're dealing in E5, when you're dealing in these African and the Vodou, Haitian Vodou, which is of me, there are levels, and I don't mean levels to just surpass and excel to get to a certain priesthood, but what I'm saying is you may be an Ogun, but you may be the Ogun of drums. You may be a priest of drums. You don't have to initiate everybody. You may be the Mambo of dance. You may be the priestess of dance, because somebody got to have that job. Somebody have to have that responsibility. You may be the priest of candle holding. And I'm serious. There's a part in Vodou where, especially once you go through La Vitette, you sort of go through the systems or whatever else. But people have again made the system one-dimensional. Become a priest and have your family, have your children. Let me teach you. No. No, 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 no. One day, because I'm in the process, I'm a priest in training, if you will. But just like, hello, Miss Candace. Nice seeing you too, Miss Grimes. But one thing what you're gonna understand with me is this. I am going to develop, and this is what, not just me, this is everybody. For example, with me, I have spent over 3 decades in hoodoo, obia, with influences of voodoo, not just voodoo itself, the religion, but influences due to my ancestry, due to my lineage. I've had over 3 decades in hoodoo, obia, influence of voodoo, Creek and Arawak shamanism, okay? And I've had that and developed that for over 3 decades, okay? For over 3 decades, all right? And this is where I am. You're not going to take an E5 class for 3 months and be ready. You're not going to take a voodoo class for 7 months and, oh, now I'm ready to be a priest. No, baby, you're not. Immerse yourself. Listen to me. If you are called, because everybody's not called to be initiated. Everybody in the African village back when we were in Benin, everybody wasn't initiated to be a priest. No. There was a successor. There was a certain family. There was a certain group. There was 1 or 2. But it was not the whole community. Because it's not that. Now, understand, everybody, no matter who you are, whether you are Christian, a Vodouism, if you are a devotee of the Orisha, you do not have to be initiated to be a worshiper. That's like saying unless you are a pastor, you can't be a Christian. Let me say that again. And play that thing back. Unless you are a pastor, you can't be a Christian. Because that's pretty much what we have made it here in America. If you're not a priest of some sort, then you can't be a Vodouism, or you can't be a devotee or servitor of the Orisha. No. Again, got me sounding like the lady off of Get Out. No. Okay? I mean, seriously. Listen for me on this thing. But, as I mentioned, I am now, after 3 decades of knowing the earth, of knowing the roots, of having a solid relationship with the ancestors, with the ability to manifest just about any goddamn thing I want. Okay? After over 3 decades of that, then my ancestors, and not just my ancestors, but my elders, the living elders of my family say, now you are in a place to accept your spiritual, your religious responsibility. And they allowed that to call to me. It was not an interest. Your interest in a system or religion is not a calling. Your interest is not, and I say that again, is not the same as a calling. A calling is going to say, look, baby, you got to be in this thing because you got a responsibility to fulfill. Your interest says, well, this is something that sparks, that does something to me on the inside, and I want to know more. I'm intrigued. I want more knowledge. It's that I thing. I. But when you are called, it's about them. It's your responsibility to the community to serve them, not to serve you. Okay? And this is a very important thing. So as I was saying, over 3 decades of doing one thing, and then, get this, over 30 years of doing one thing before being called and guided to elevate and do another. So you got to question that thing. Yes, you can study for 4 years as a doctor. Study for 4 years as a doctor. Now, in those 4 years, that's you first learning the terminology, understanding the tools. The 4th year, you just now get on the body. Now you get to be. Now you a surgeon. You get to be on the body. Not even cut it up, but you go. Oh, well, now that you done have 4 years of study, you can cut me open. Hell no, not today, baby. Oh no, that ain't going down. Never. So think about that when you're going to these spiritual workers is claiming to be priests, priestesses, mambos, ogans, babas, ias. Are these people 3 years in, 5 years in, and they're trying to talk about, let me put my hands on you so that you can do this and get that, and oh, you gonna learn this and learn that? Question that thing. No, baby, not me. Not me. Never. And it shouldn't be you either. But this is where we mess up in this whole initiation thing. We here in America are told if you can show your receipts, if you can show your Carfax, that you got power, that you got authority, that you got, that you know what you're doing. Like I said on my Instagram video, I done had my driver's license for many years, and I damn near run over somebody every day. Every single day. Little kids in the driveway, kittens down the road, just all kinds of stuff. Hey, Miss Bernie, how you doing? Because I got my driver's license don't mean I'm a good driver. And don't mean I should be driving. I may have a good day that day I took my license test. And since then, it's been hell and havoc on the highway. But there are people pimping out African traditional religions, African diasporic religions, traditional indigenous system religions. There are people out there doing this, and they're telling you, oh, you need to be initiated. Oh, you need to be initiated. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do that. And so they're saying all of this stuff, and they're doing all of this stuff, and they're forcing you and making you feel that you got to make a move. No, ma'am. No man should be telling you when you should move in your spiritual path. And that is just simply what it is. No ma'am, no sir, or no man, no nothing of this mundane should be telling you when you need to move and do something. When it comes to your spiritual, if you are called, because everybody is not called to be initiated, because everybody does not have a spiritual responsibility. You did not have 1 million Jesuses walking around. You didn't have 3,000 Shungos walking around. You didn't have 50,000 Oshuns. You did not have, you just got to think about all these people in these groups that claiming to be so anointed and powerful. You got to think about this thing, all right? You didn't have all of that. That's not a thing. It's not true. It's not real. It doesn't exist. But for you, you have to immerse yourself in that culture. Make sure you have a daily devotion. And so when you learn that culture, you may learn every single day there is something that you do For example, like Muslims, they pray to the east or to the west. I can't remember which way to go, but they pray into one way or the other each and every day. And because everybody does it make them the Muslim priest, a preacher? Okay? No. It makes them a part of the culture because it's what you do culturally. That's a part of the religion. That's a part of the traditions of the religion. So what you have to understand, you have to immerse yourself in the culture, number one. If you're going to go into a system with higher and lower gods or goddesses, loas or orishas, in between, the Palo Santo gods and goddesses, what you have to understand is this. You have to not even create, you must develop a strong, solid relationship with them. Know what to expect. Know what not to expect. What they want, what they don't want. Not what this man done told you. Not what this book claims to tell you. Okay? No. So if I'm going to immerse myself in the culture, I need to put myself in that culture. For example, I ain't finna run. And this is me. This is me. I'm not saying it's how you got to go about doing it, but me. I'm not trying to learn up under an American that is not even of the ancestral DNA descent of a religion, okay? And you trying to teach me a culture. Well, hey, Miss Beverly Smith, long time no see. I'm not going to. I'm not going to. For example, an American should not tell you, oh, I can initiate you as an Ifa Baba in America. I feel that you probably should go to Nigeria. Yoruba land. I think you got to make that journey. I think that you need to go across the big water. If you're having all of your stuff done in America, but you're doing Haitian Vodou, I have a feeling you probably should be, that you should be taught in that culture, because you're going to learn some things. If you are of a Christian, you're not going to go to the Native Americans to teach you about, yes, come on girl, that Ife. You're not going to go to Native Americans to teach you how to be a Christian, because they have their own system. And even if those Native Americans become converted Christians, and there are some cultural things, you need to get into that culture, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, I'll put it to you like this. I'm not saying if you are white, you can't learn, therefore you can't teach. Or I'm not saying if you're a white person of European descent, and you learn stuff that you can't teach it. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is, when it comes to religion, and there is a cultural difference, you need to be in that culture. Does that make sense? Does that, and tell me if that makes sense or if that offends anybody. Because I made that statement before and people have got offended. Okay? People have got offended about that. You can, even for myself, yes, I am of West Indian descent. I have Haitian ancestry within my blood. But I did not grow up as a Haitian. So Cornelius, even as a black person, okay? Cornelius as a black person, co.meadows as a black person of African descent, I can't tell you today. I can't tell you in 4 good strong years. Well, this is how the Haitians do it. When I could just say, go to my papa. You know? That's what I'm saying. I'm going to send you to whomever. So I just want to make that clear. I just want to make that very clear. Because like I said, there have been people that have twisted that thing before that I've said, those exact words, into a whole nother monster and a mess. But no man should be forcing you, pushing you, telling you when it's your time to do something. If it is your time, if you are called to do, you will know it. Your ancestors will push you. Your ancestors will cultivate you, guide your path, and put you in that space and in that place. And that is the truth. Okay? But let me make this statement very, very, very clear. Okay? This pimping of the ATRs, the pimping of the ADRs, the pimping of these indigenous systems has to stop. Because a lot of people, and some of y'all that may be watching, are so hungry to get initiated so that you can have your eleques, your colliers, okay, around your neck. You're so hungry and scratching to get those things just so you can say, oh, well, now I can do this. Oh, now I can do that. Oh, I'm a mambo. Oh, now I'm a organ. Oh, now I'm a baba. Oh, now I'm a iya. No, like that is that interest thing. That is your ego. That is your ego. Okay? That is your ego that wants the hunger, that wants the information to give you more power. And that is complete BS. That is not how it works. That is not what it's about. Okay? But let me help you understand this. You can be, just for example, you can read the Bible and you can pray to God and you can go to church every Sunday and every Wednesday and you can serve your Lord and your Savior. The exact same way you can do that, okay? The exact same way you can do that, you can give Dambala Wedo things on Sunday, Papa Legba on Monday, the Peto Nation on Tuesday, Ogu on Wednesday, the Rada Nation on Thursday, Zaka on Friday, and Samedi and the rest of the Loa on Saturday. You can do that and be a Vaudouizan. You can be a serviteur. You can be a devotee without being initiated. You can give your offerings and say thank you. Okay? You can do the same for the Orisha. But I don't do Orisha worship, so I don't know those days and all those situations. Jacqueline Miller said that is harmful to those who come to you for help. What is harmful, darling? I'm confused by that statement. So what I'm saying is, ooh, Miss Lamy LaRue, girl, you making big money moves. I see you. Okay? And I honestly feel, and this is my personal opinion, that you should be a devotee for years. Think about this. Developing your relationship with the deity, regardless if it's God, regardless if it's Audumari, if it's Maolisa, or the Lawaz or the Orisha, what have you, or even with Jesus. Creating that relationship, that devotion, you think that that happens over a course of a couple of months? You think that happens over the course of a year? No, it doesn't. It truly doesn't. So, with that being said, really not creating, but developing that relationship. One, immersing yourself in the culture, learning how the people did what they did. And again, that's what I tell people about, like, folk magic. People want to be all about hoodoo and the folk magic, or the Appalachian folk magic, or the Cajun conjure folk magic, or the Italian folk magic, or the Norse or Celtic folk magic, but you don't want to know the folk. You don't want to know the culture. That's a problem. You need to know why they did what they did before you identify how to do it. That's just the truth of it. But understand, again, that you can be a devotee, you can be a serviteur without, when people think an initiation make them all powerful without learning about the culture. Yes, 100% true. 100% true, Miss Miller, excuse me. So it's you can be that without it. But you have to be careful, because many people are out here capitalizing on, let me make this dollar, let me make these coins, so that you can have your little Eleke certificate, so you can have your Colgate certificate, so you can say you went through Kanzo, or say that you went through, I don't know what you call it, or Lave-Ted and all that stuff in Vodou. I don't know what you call it in the Ifa traditions, and what the initiation is called, and getting your warriors and all that stuff. People want to, put it out there, just trying to capitalize, again, pimping it out, so you can have a little bit of a sticker, a gold star on your chest to prance around. That's that ego. And it doesn't help. It never will. It doesn't help. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is sad, and it is very disappointing. But you should never be pressured. You should never feel that you've been pushed and that you have to do it. If somebody's telling you, if you don't get initiated, your child's gonna die, say no, baby. You just lost probably the best client of your life, because they're lying more than likely. If they're telling you that you're going to lose your husband in every situation of your life, everything that you worked so hard for you to get in it, baby, that's a scam. Run the other way. That's a good old Joanne, the scamming, Baba, Mambo, Ogun, whatever the situation may be. And it's sad, because I know people right now going through that. I've heard some of the sweetest, kindest people said, I didn't want to be initiated, but I was told if I didn't, that this was going to happen, so I was forced into doing it. And Cherise Cardo says, I'm trying to find folks that want to teach. I want to learn. Well, darling, I will teach. You can also go to Conjure South and get the Conjure South Hoodoo Grimoire that teaches you about protection work, okay? That'll teach you spells and rituals and things of that nature. And there are some great teachers out there. But there are so many. And if it's not, and I'm going to tell you too, this is another thing. Absolutely, Jose, you're 100%. I agree with you 100%. But and this is what, and I know this to be a very true statement as well. I know of a root worker, a spiritual worker that claims to be big and bad, and I can do this and I can do that, and you better listen to me, and all of this stuff. I know of a root worker right now that told me, I think it was a year and a half ago, about how you gotta scare people into doing stuff. No, ma'am, and no, sir, you are disgusting. Down here, as long as you will pay the money. Down here, as long as you will pay the money, they ask and do a couple of rituals, they will become whatever it is. And that's the thing about it. Oshi, you're very spot on with that. And there's a lot of people walking around here with these gold stars on their chest saying, I'm this, I'm that, I can do this and I can do that, and has zero responsibility and power even in the religion, but they just pay somebody light bill or somebody college fund. Y'all got to begin to have, like I said, don't be a fool in your faith. At a certain point, take a step back, recenter your thoughts in yourself, and really discern about this thing. It was already told to me that, you're going to be a priest of this level. I already see it. Okay, I respect that. But guess what? Guess what? I will take that step when I know my relationship with the Lord is like this. I will take that step when I know that my daily devotion goes without error. That's when I may take that step. And even when I take that step, you still got to learn within those years. Learn within those years of things before you should be putting your hands and teaching people and doing this or whatever about these religions. Y'all, you gotta be careful, baby. You gotta be careful. It has to be done. It has to be done. And I know American Horror Story Coven has all these, I'm a really afraid, I'm a really done to Papa Legba, who was actually just like Gede or Byron Sumdin. I'm Papa Legba, I'm a really afraid, I'm a this and I'm a that, and I'm getting so tired of everybody doing all of that. Like, why? Read on it. Immerse yourself in it if you want to. Gather a lot of information. But stop mocking the religions. Stop pimping the religions. Stop feeling that, and this is true, understand this, initiation does not make, please, baby, please, go get, I know people that's initiated in Voodoo, got their hand of E5, gonna get my hand, I mean, all of these different things, and still don't have shit. Nothing. Ain't got nothing. Ain't manifesting nothing. Because the religions don't give you the power. Get that out of your mind. It's not true. Discernment is everything. I was so fortunate that I didn't go through any of this mess, and my ancestors sent me to you when I started this journey. Well, I am so grateful that you came to me, Vashti. And that's something about it, too. A lot of people want to run and jump to these gods and goddesses. Y'all, there is a chain of command. You. If you can't do it, ancestors. If ancestors can't do it, Orisha, Aloha, or greater lesser God. If that doesn't work, then you reach your God. Oda Damari, Maulisa, or God, the one and only of your life. You know, who the head in charge of your life. You know, so there's a chain of command even. And people want to jump to, oh my goodness, things ain't going right. Let me pop a legba. Come again? Bitch, what? Like, What are you talking about? Oh, Papa gonna work for me. Really? Really? Baby, you... Where's my... Hold up. You think this gonna bring him down? Baby, take a seat. Take a seat. Et teddy tompi. Stop it, please. That ain't... No. There is a way. There are drums. There are offerings. There's a particular way you move. Oh, I'm gonna call down Oshun. Let me get all my oranges out. Okay? Let me get out my oranges. I gotta get my oranges. You done put your oranges out. You done got your pumpkins. You got your nickels and your dimes and all of this stuff. And you think because you put it out, now you done called down Oshun. No, baby, you done called out Ocean, but Oshun's still chilling, baby. Okay? You think you done called down Papa Lex, but no, baby, you called Papa John's. Maybe even Papa Smurf. I'm just saying. And I'm just, but it's insanity. It is pure insanity that I see. Coming in September, we're going to have American Horror Story, Coven, Crazy House, or Asylum House, or whatever else coming up. So now it's going to be this whole new wave of baby witches and voodoos. More than likely, again. Y'all, like, please be careful. What did Carter D say? Be careful with me. Be careful with these religions. Be careful with these priests and priestesses. Like, when you go to Conjure South, okay? When you go to Conjure South, there's a group of people in the back that you can go to. Say, for example, you are interested in Ifa. I'm going to send you to Ialosa Amishara with Yeye's Botanica and all of them. Because they going to get you right. Because she was saying, but the thing about it is, like, for example, she'll walk into somebody's house and she'll see, I don't know what you call them, but the little, maybe like the little SU situations or the little, like, I don't know. And these little coconut looking things with the cowrie shell for the eyes and all of that stuff has to be made by a priest. Has to be made by a priest. So she goes into somebody's house and it wasn't made by her husband. Who been shaking a bell around your coconut? And now you think you working with something. Understand. And this is something else too. A lot of people, and I find this very insulting. A lot of people, is it Elegua with their, I mean, I know that, I don't know if it's a little Elegua situation, but yeah. So anyways, the thing about it is this. There is, if you are anointed in whatever anointing it is, whether it's singing, whether it is magic, or if it's the power of healing, or whatever your anointing may be, that starts with you. Okay? That starts with you. And when that And when your ashe ain't heavy enough, go to your ancestors. When you skip over your ancestors, do you know how insulting that is? Do you know how insulting that is to have your ancestors? And right now I'm talking to my people of color. Your ancestors who walked for literally 3 months with no shoes, no drinking water, or no food before even getting on the boat that was going to take them through the Middle Passage. And once they got to this earth, on this land, with their magic, no other influences, but their magic and their spirit and their wisdom and their knowingness and their faith in order to not survive, but thrive and build a country, and you look over them to go straight to a God, how insulting is that? That is literally slapping your grandmother in the face. That's literally slapping your second great grandfather in the face. That's literally pretty much putting the noose around their own neck and saying you ain't worthy. What, not even what are you doing, what is you doing? What is you? Seriously. Your ancestors who built a country, your ancestors who lived through the division of their families, your ancestors, okay, that truly brought you into this world. You look over because you don't watch American Horror Story. You look over them because you done watched The Craft. You looked over them because you done picked up a book that says if you dream about candy at the crossroads, the Papa Leg was talking to you. First of all, that's incorrect. That's a whole nother lie. Just saying. But a lot of people don't know that. How insulting. Better yet, if you're that insulting to your ancestors, baby, you're being that insulting to yourself. And you're saying that you are not enough. Hello, Miss Earth and Mystique. How are you doing? So, you can even be magically and spiritually anointed and not meant to be initiated. You may be meant to just work for you and your family. And that's all right. That's all right. And that's a beautiful thing. But don't feel that you have to, don't feel that your power lies in religion. It doesn't. Structure is in religion. Tradition is in religion. Cultural references is in religion. But your power, your receipts, Kelly with the blue book, ask what the fox said with the Carfax. No, it doesn't give you power. You learn what you are given. Do you know what you're given is actually the truth? You would know if you took a moment to discern and to divine and to develop. So, I just wanted to make this video to encourage everybody You should not be pushed, bullied, scared into doing, jumping into a religion. Please take your time. Please grow. Not just study. But growing is a life, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly lesson. Okay? Know that to be true. It's not, let me read this book front to back. Let me recite all of these prayers. Let me learn all of these songs. And even in Vodou, people feel like because you Vodou, now you gotta be throwing Creole when you actually throwing Crayolas. Okay? It's like you throwing crayons. Like you sound foolish, one, but then two, when you were baptized, you went walking around here in sandals and a dress talking Hebrew, saying that you were related to Jesus. Now were you? If my head could pop off and I sitting on this table, I truly would, because I'm just saying, like, you don't have to do all of that. Your commitment is not to the man. Your commitment is to the Orisha. Your commitment is to the Loa. You know, that's the truth. And so, I mean, I'm just saying that I really, things are going to get very interesting over the next couple of months. I promise you, when this doggone show come out, in September, and soon, before the thing even completely go through, the first time they see Angela Bassett, if she's even back in here, and she's doing Vodou, it's going to be Vodou, 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 and I'm just probably going to vomit. Just because it's insulting. It's not cute. You say you learning, but from who? Are their Carfax and their receipts actually buried and submersed within the culture? Or are their Carfax and receipts and all actually immersed in their own ego? Oh, well, Sharice Angela Bassett in it, girl, she is everything. So, she plays Marie Laveau. And so now people think, I mean, oh my gosh. It's just ridiculous. Angela Bassett she played Marie Laveau, who practiced Vodou. And I got y'all to got to think about this. They call Marie Laveau the voodoo queen of New Orleans, not the mambo. There's a difference. There's a difference. What do I think of Lucky Mojo? I think Lucky Mojo has incredible knowledge. I think Cat Ironwood has a lot of wisdom. She's a historian. She comes from a family of historians. So I know that a lot of the things, and it's not just a family of historians of, it's not just a magic, but she comes from a family of historians of a variety of things. So I do know that a lot of the things that she, thank you so much, Miss Drea. I do know a lot of the things that she promotes and says carry some weight. I also understand there are some things that I don't understand that she talks about due to my upbringing. How we do things in the Southeast ain't how somebody gonna do things in Oakland. And that's just the truth of the matter. And so that's what it is. So yeah. So I just want to just encourage everybody, depending on, be aware if you're interested in your ego or if you're being called. be okay with the idea, or be okay knowing, hey, I don't have to be a priest to honor my gods and goddesses or God. Okay? You don't got to be the pastor. You don't got to be the mumbo. You don't got to be the Ogun. You don't got to be the EI. You don't have to be the Baba. You just need to know how to say thank you and give your offerings. Just be aware. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Co.Meadows, the hoodoo queen, didn't become the hoodoo queen because I read some hoodoo books for 3 months, or I took some classes, and I studied this for like a year and a half, or I've been making oils for 3 years, and so now I know that I'm hoodoo and whatever else. No. Really, truly develop, grow, live, have your setbacks, have your growth, live, have your setbacks. Let setbacks grow, live until you are mature in your faith, until you know in your faith, and then go to that space of religion, whatever it is. And I do feel at a certain point that even me in Vodou, that I will be able to then say, okay, I am in a space now to initiate. I mean, I have to go through certain stuff or whatever, but but even once I am initiated on that level, because I've already had the base, live test, and all of that stuff. But once I go through Kanzo, and once I become an Asogwe, there is no part of my spirit that automatically says, all right, now let's initiate so-and-so. That's going to take some time. It's going to take some real time. And so, hello, Courtney Marie. And that's where it's important to know. It's important to know. It's important to do. It's important to be. And so, just don't feel pressured. Don't feel bullied. Don't get in the trend of religion when you don't hold a religious responsibility. Please continue to serve the Loa. Please continue to serve the Orisha. Please serve Jesus if that's your God. But don't feel, I mean, like I said, I think it's amazing. Nobody is saying, oh, I got to become a preacher in order for me to know that I am truly a Christian. In order for me to know that I am truly a Christian, I have to be a pastor. Why isn't that a thing? Well, thank you, Miss Earthen Mystique. I agree. So we're about to wrap this thing up. So I just wanted to share that, there are people out here pimping the religions. There are people out here that's hungry to have that little sticker on their chest. Okay? I had a dream you was at one of your events and you was on the throne and someone was trying to steal your ideas. You were very upset. Oh, well, Rose V, girl, people do try to steal the ideas and people try to imitate and duplicate. But you weren't born with my anointing. What's for me is for me. What's for you is for you. What's for me, you will never succeed at. What's for you, I will never succeed at. But I'm good with me. You got to get good with you. So, whomever may be out there, whoever may be trying to duplicate and recreate, and they're not the hoodoo queen, but they're the voodoo queen, or whatever, or the hoodoo goddess, or whatever the situation may be, and doing that whole situation. It is what it is. But I just want y'all to know, don't get caught up in the trend. It can be dangerous. Discern and divine the people that's trying to encourage you to do so. It can be dangerous. There's 2 yawns, I believe, in this video, so that means it's really time to go to bed. But you can serve and be a devotee without being initiated. And even if you're serving and you want to become a devotee, you do need to learn. Especially when it comes to religion, isn't new. Okay? Religion isn't new. It's not like I'm saying, I'm creating this new religious system in America, and so this system is now American, so everybody should pretty much have a good custom of it, or a good idea or concept of it, not custom, concept of it. But when you're dealing with things like Buddhism, Hinduism, Judaism, Vodou, Ifa, these old world religions and all, you need to get to those people who know this stuff, these people who live in this stuff. For example, I lived in hoodoo for over 3 decades. So coming to me about hoodoo or Obi or Creek or Arabic shamanism, I got you all day, every day, no problem. When it comes to being a medium and sidekick and necromancer, I can give you that. I've done it for over 3 decades. That's not a problem. But if you come to me and say, I need you to help me with my E5, with my Oshun, I'm going to say, baby, I'm sending you to Ilosa Amisharo. Bottom line. Because they've been to Nigeria. They have immersed themselves in that, not just for 30 days, but for years. I'm going to send you to my papa for Vodou. Because he literally comes from Vodou royalty. His people came up with some of the instruments that you play today, and some of the most well-known studied books in colleges. His family is within those things. That's the house I'm a part of. Okay? That's the house I'm proud to be a part of. And I'm learning this right from the source. Again, I have to learn like I've known to learn. I learned from my elders. So I'm going to learn from my elder of that religion or that region. Can you take what resonates with you from a different practice and use it? Do you think that you should commit to one practice? No. Miss Rapria Morton, I feel if there are different things that work for you, for example, if there is a pagan ritual that works for you, and there's a but there's a pagan ritual that works for you, if there's a hoodoo ritual that works for you, if there's a Creek shamanistic ritual that works for you, then baby, that works for you. But you can't call it hoodoo. You can call it American conjure. You can call it, I do folk magic. I practice a variety of folk magic, mixed folk magic. And so I would say American conjure. But you can't label it one thing or another. You can't take hoodoo workings and go, I'm a Wiccan. You can't take the practices of Hinduism and go, I'm a Christian. It doesn't work that way. So, I don't feel that Um, so many scammers and people who do want, so many scammers and people who do one damn working. Okay, gotcha. Who do one damn working, and all of a sudden they think they can they're instant witch or have some sort of power. They need to have a seat and all the seasonal. So, anyways, Miss Jacqueline Milner, I deleted that comment. James PM me, put it in a private message. But that is very true too. Somebody do one count of work and now they a witch. Somebody do one voodoo service. Like I've been a part of a couple, but that doesn't make me an ogun, you know. But anyways, you can utilize different systems. And also, this is something else too that y'all gotta recognize. If you are a person of color in America, more than likely you may come from at least 2 different ancestry groups. You probably have some European in you as well as African. So your magic may not be all African. Your magic may come from some European ancestry. So you may pull, your DNA starts to